love babies. This is why during our foster season this time that I've requested babies, because they're just, I don't know, precious. But sleeping is a real deal, especially to you new mamas with little ones where your bodies have been through, turmoil, and you're exhausted and just wanting your babies to sleep through the night. So this episode is just on sleeping, get our babies to sleep. First of all, realistically, your newborn baby should not be sleeping through the night. You know this. If they are, there's something wrong. They need to be woken up to feed, because a baby that's not getting enough nutrients will sleep through their feedings, and we don't want that. So you need to make sure that your baby is eating regularly, every 3 hours, every 4 hours max at night, and making sure that, your newborns are getting the food that they need. But once they hit that 4-week stage, they should be starting to cycle into sleeping more at night, longer sleeping stretches at night. The best way to do this, number one, is to make sure that your babies are always feeling clean, and their tummies are satisfied, and that they're safe. And the top, I would say, things that I have found to getting babies to sleep through the night is, number one, learning how to swaddle your baby is really important. You can look that up on, Google it, ways to swaddle your baby. They also have these swaddle blankets now that you can buy. You can also buy those sleep sacks. Some of them have a tiny little weight sewed into the chest area, which some babies just like that, a little bit of cozy pressure. So if you're just really struggling, you can move forward onto a tiny little weighted blanket. Also, just making sure that during the day your baby is sleeping when they're littler, where there's action happening in the house, where it's light, where the people are, where the noise is. That will also train them to be able to sleep through disturbances later, but it helps them differentiate nighttime from daytime, and so their sleep doesn't get quite as deep during the day, and then at night it's quiet, they're in their own bed, it's darker, calmer, and so that will start lengthening their nights. Also, moms, your baby needs to learn how to self-soothe. And this is really important. It's a skill that's important that they learn. It's okay that they fuss a little bit. It's okay that they kind of fuss themselves to sleep. We don't want our baby screaming, uncomfortable, in pain, hurting, terrified. We do not let them fuss through something like that. But if it's just this little fussy, that they're just tired, they're fighting sleep, that's okay. Go in, check on them every 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes it's better if we can get daddy to go check on them, because they associate mama with food, and so they see us and then they just get more angry because we're not feeding them. But if we know that they don't need a food session at that time, maybe daddy can go in, sing to them, rub their little tummy, talk sweetly, gently walk out, close the door, reassure them. So hopefully those are just little tips that will help you. Swaddle your baby or sleep blanket your baby. Teach them how to self-soothe. Have them during the day where it's noisy, at night where it's calm. Your baby will end up sleeping through the night. They will go through periods as they're growing of a few days here and there where they're waking up at night, and you need to be able to recognize those growth spurts and feed them if necessary during those periods of time, but it shouldn't be an every night thing. So hopefully this helps you a little bit, gives you a little bit of tips on how to get your little one to sleep through the night. And also, most of you have my number. You can call me and we can talk through other issues if this wasn't good enough.